Right. So good afternoon, everyone. Now we will see the case 2 of partial fractions review. And where this case is when the transfer function has multiple poles. You can see here what is multiple pole. You can see here the same pole happening twice here because it is s plus p2 whole square. That means p2 is the pole which is happening twice. So that's what the name multiple represents. So when we have a transfer function like this, whole square, whole cube, like this, that means multiple poles, then how we can solve this type of transfer function or this type of conversion. So first you must see here what are the number of poles that are been lying in this transfer function. Let's see here. This is s term, this is second s, and here you can see this is whole square. That means this is s square. So here also 2s and s, here s square, so total s power 4. So the maximum order in the denominator of this particular transfer function you will get as s power 4. So order of the system is s power 4. Of course, we know that the order must be equal to the number of poles, right? So totally 4 number of poles are there. So 4 poles means we will get 4 constants, A, B, C, and D. And look at how A can be calculated. We know this A is quite normal as we have seen in the case 1. So same way, we must multiply this s with the transfer function and substitute here the pole is 0 because s plus 0, right? This one. So that's why substitute s is equal to 0 in this transfer function multiplied by s term so that we will get A. The same way we have seen in the case. Similarly, this in order to calculate the B also, s plus p1, which is very same in the previous case 1. So that means we have to multiply this s plus p1 term with this transfer function and substitute the pole s value as minus p1. So transfer function is multiplied by s plus p1 and we need to substitute minus p1 in this equation in order to obtain the b value. But you can see the C and D both are splitted and both are belongs to s plus p2 whole square terms. So what we have to do is we have to write C as whole square as given in the transfer function, and D we must take it internal differentiation of this internal, this squaring term. So we have to consider the internal differentiation for this squaring term in order to obtain the D value, right? So you can see here in order to calculate the C, so we must multiply the transfer function with this term as we have done with A, B. Similarly, we have to calculate the C also. You can see here s plus p2 whole square is multiplied with the given transfer function, and you can see here the pole is p2, which is minus p2, right? So substitute s is minus p2 in this term in order to obtain the C value. But whereas in the case of D, you can see D, the term of D is internal term of this whole square term, right? S plus P2 whole square is for C, but we need to do for the internal calculation also. That's why in order to achieve or in order to calculate the D, what we do is we must differentiate C. You can see this is a C. This entire term, you can see, is used to calculate C, right? T of S into S plus P2 whole square. So this equation we have used to calculate the C, right? So what we do is we have to differentiate to get the D value. So this is how we can calculate ABCD constants, and then we must split the entire transfer function into partial fractions to apply Laplace inverse transform to attain the time response. So this is our second case. Let us check this case with our example. So take an example. So here I have considered this example where the transfer function is given as 2 by s into s plus 1 into s plus 2 whole square. Now you can see here we have got s plus 2 whole square. So whole square means we will get minus 2 and minus 2 as poles. That means the poles are repeated. When the poles are repeated, we must term them as multiple poles. Okay, so we know how to write this, the given transfer function, as a by s because this term is s, and b by s plus 1 and c by s plus 2 whole square. But however, this is whole square term, so we must include d also, and the d must be internal of this whole square, which is s plus 2. Now we must calculate a, b, c, and d. So for calculating a, we must multiply this s term into this transfer function, this term with the transfer function, and we must substitute s as 0 because here the pole value is 0. So substitute here where t of s into s. So this is t of s and here it is s. So what we do, we must cancel out this s which is in the numerator and this s which is in the denominator. And now substitute s is equal to 0. If you substitute here s is equal to 0, this term become 1. And if you substitute here s is equal to 0, and this term become 2 square, because this is whole square, right? So this is 2 square. So 1 into 2 square you can see here. 1 into 2 square. However, 1, 2 is get cancelled with the numerator. So we will have 1 by 2, or we can say 0.5 is our a value. In a similar way, we can see for calculating the b, we must multiply this s plus 1 term with the transfer function. So the transfer function is get multiplied with the s plus 1 term. So we can get cancelled this numerator s plus 1 and the denominator s plus 1, so that we will have 2 by s into s plus 2 whole square. So for this, what we substitute? We substitute s as a minus 1 because here the pole is minus 1. So if we substitute s as minus 1, we will get a minus 1 here, and here minus 1 plus 2 will be there. Minus 1 plus 2 whole square. So which is 2 minus 1?
Just don't pay. Just don't pay.
Okay, sorry for that. So it is we must substitute s as minus 1 here. So that means minus 1 plus 2, which is whole square. You can see here when we substitute s as minus 1, we will get this. And you can see 2 minus 1, which means 1. 1 square means 1 only. So 1 into minus 1, minus 1 only. And in the numerator, we are having 2. So 2 by minus 1, which gives minus 2 as the b value. And in a similar way, for calculating the c, we must multiply this s plus 2 whole square term with the transfer function and substitute s as minus 2 here. So you can see here, when we multiply s plus 2 whole square, you can get cancelled s plus 2 whole square in the numerator and denominator. So we'll have 2 by s into s plus 1, where we must substitute s as minus 2, because here our pole is minus 2, right? So substitute s as minus 2. So I'll get a minus 2 plus 1, and here minus 2. So like this. So minus 2 plus 1 means here we will have minus 1. And this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. Minus of minus will become plus. So 1 by 1, we will get a c value as 1. And the last but not least, which is d, in order to calculate the d, what we do? We must differentiate the c term. So this is the c term, and you must differentiate the c term. So substitute the transfer function here, where the C term here, you can see s plus 2 whole square and s plus 2 whole square is get cancelled. So what we get is this one, which is d by ds of 2 by s into s plus 1. So we must differentiate this term before substituting the pole. Remember this, we must differentiate this equation before substituting the pole value. So this is 1 by, you can see here 1 by s into s plus 1 by u into v formula, differentiation of 1 by uv formula. If you substitute, or you can multiply this s inside also, so we will get s square plus s. If you differentiate this term, then we will get like this. And the internal differentiation of this 2s square plus s is there. So for s square, we will get a 2s, and plus s, we will get differentiation as 1. And the denominator will be square. According to our differentiation, basic differentiation rule, we have done this differentiation. Now, you can see, you can substitute s as -2 in this equation. So if you substitute -2 here, so 2 into -2 plus 1 by, here it is s square, that means -2 whole square here. Here -2 plus 1, which is -1 whole square. So that means if we simplify it, here we will get 1. Here we will get 4, because this is 2 square. So minus of minus will get, I mean, minus of minus we will have plus, or minus square will be plus. So 4 into 1, in the denominator we will have 4. So in the numerator, -2 into, this is -4 plus 1. -4 plus 1 means we will have -3. So -3 into -2. So this minus and minus get cancelled. So 2 into 3, we will get 6 in the numerator. 4 in the denominator, 6 in the numerator. So 6 by 4, we will have 3 by 2 or 1.5 simply. Okay. Now substitute A, B, C, and D values here to get the final expression. So A is 0.5. So 0.5 by S. B is -2. So minus of 2 by S plus 1, you can see here. And C is 1. So that means 1 by S plus 2 whole square, you can see. And D is 1.5. So that means 1.5 by S plus 2. So this is our final expression after doing the partial fractions for this type of transfer function, where the poles are multiple poles, which means we have a repeat poles, which is our second case.